Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, January 5th. Here's what's happening. Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro is set to make his first court appearance in New York today. According to the Southern District of New York, the hearing is scheduled for noon Eastern. Maduro is being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a facility known for housing high-profile prisoners. Federal prosecutors are charging Maduro, his wife, and their adult son with drug trafficking. The United Nations is also set to hold an Emergency Security Council meeting today. The Senate is set to vote this week whether or not to block President Trump from taking further action in Venezuela without congressional approval. Lisa Carton reports.
The bipartisan War Powers resolution is sponsored by Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, Virginia Democrat Tim Kaine, California Democrat Adam Schiff, and Kentucky Republican Rand Paul. The measure only needs a simple majority to pass. That means 3 more Republicans would have to join Paul to give it the needed 51 votes. However, Trump would likely veto any resolution to limit his power if it were to pass in Congress. I'm Lisa Carton.
Views on Maduro's capture and extradition to the United States have been mixed. Protesters have been demonstrating outside the jail he's being held in, carrying signs and chanting slogans like "No blood for oil" and "Stop bombing Venezuela." Meanwhile, in Miami, Venezuelans have been celebrating the downfall of the dictator. In the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV is calling for Venezuela to remain an independent country. The Holy Father reacted to the U.S.'s intervention in Venezuela during his Sunday Angelus address in St. Peter's Square. He told the crowd, quote, "We must not delay in overcoming violence and embarking on paths of justice and peace while guaranteeing the country's sovereignty." Last month, he urged the U.S. not to remove Maduro by military action, saying, quote, "It is better to search for ways of dialogue." In other news, the Wisconsin judge convicted of obstructing ICE agents who were trying to arrest a Mexican immigrant has resigned from her post. Former Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan announced her resignation on Saturday. Her felony conviction came after an incident last year where prosecutors accused her of helping an illegal immigrant evade federal agents. Dugan was acquitted of a misdemeanor charge of concealing a wanted person. And the Archdiocese of St. Louis is seeking to dismiss most of the counts in a lawsuit alleging decades of sexual abuse by clergy members. The Archdiocese claims 7 of the 10 counts do not meet legal standards to proceed for several reasons. It argues that Missouri law does not permit abuse-related litigation against institutions rather than perpetrators, and that the courts would be improperly interfering in matters of church governance. And that's the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.